Well, the TaylorMade High-Toe Wedge has been very impressive so far this year on the PGA Tour. I saw it with my own eyes calling Dustin Johnson back at Kapalua. I saw it just a few weeks ago with Jason Day at Quail Hollow. He was almost perfect from the bunkers all week. Very impressive. Bob and I had a sneak peek at that wedge earlier this year in Carlsbad. I had the opportunity to speak with Paul Dinkowski about the design of this revolutionary wedge. Standing here on the lovely range at the Kingdom, the short game area, I'm with Paul Dinkowski. He's a product manager for irons, wedges, and putter. And I want to talk to you about this wedge, Paul, because this caught my eye immediately. I have a personal reason why I love this wedge. We're going to get into that in a sec. But first of all, the vintage finish and the high toe. Tell us a little bit about this product. It looks quite unique. It certainly stands out.
Yeah, so first to mention the finish. It's an antique copper finish. So it's a triple plating process. The first is nickel. The second is copper, and the last is a black nickel. And then we take it to a soft wheel and reveal some of that copper for an aged look. What's also unique about this wedge is just like a penny, like a US penny. It's gonna age and it's gonna darken over time. So next is the shape. Obviously the name high toe is interesting. And you say, okay, well, why is it a high toe? Well, when we get the high toe weight added up here and the pockets down below, we get the CG a lot higher. So what that does is it has a much lower launch and higher spin. And it also helps on open face shots when you want that face to stay open around the green. You don't want that to release and close down. Also, we have the CG a little bit more centered with that high toe geometry, and what that does is help for control.
So I'm hearing a lot of versatility in this wedge. From a better player standpoint, I'm loving the fact that what I'm hearing as well is on fuller shots or stock shots, I can flight it low but still get my spin. I don't need to hit that high one all the time. What I love about this wedge is I haven't had a wedge in my bag in 20 years that I haven't had to grind myself. I eventually get over to the wheel, I take all the bounce off it, and the reason I do that and work on the heel is so that when I open the face of the wedge, I can feel like I can get this leading edge low to the ground, I can slide it under, hit high soft shots from tight lies, tight wet lies, etc. I looked at this wedge, immediately I opened it up, the leading edge was already right against the ground, and you've done it with all this bounce. Explain the mechanics. How is that even doable?
Exactly. So first I just want to mention how complex this geometry is on the sole. And with our new mill grind technology, we're able to capture that precisely to our design every time. Where traditional hand polishing products, they can't do that because it's so inconsistent from polisher to polisher. So we're able to capture that exactly every time. So first, if you look at the leading edge here, there's got a lot of ski there, there's a lot of bounce. Then it goes into a channel cut sole, and then it has a relief around the heel and toe. So what that does is allows to what Mark mentioned, in a square face shot, you play a normal bounce for full shots. But when you open the face shot, it stands really low with the leading edge and allows you to slide under, so lots of versatility there.
Gives you a lot of visual confidence. You open that face, you can get it right underneath. Of course, all the best players in the world are going to have it in their bag, Rory, Justin Rose, etc. But the one in my hand, 64 degrees. First time we've seen that in quite some time
absolutely.
From TaylorMade. Of course, Dustin Johnson apparently requested the 64.
He's using it right now, testing it pretty heavily here.
It's going to be fun to watch. So look out for these wedges coming soon. Also, the MG, the mill grind model, also in the line for this year with some different finishes. We've got a black finish, the chrome finish as well. Lots of wedge options from TaylorMade in 2018.